Hey everyone, German Name 1990 here once again. I know it's been nearly 2.5 months since showing my last video. I've got a lot going on recently. Work has been very busy, and I managed to get through a very bad month of November. November is not a month that's known for treating me well, but this one was particularly tough. But I'm glad it's over. Anyway, I have been making some updates to my Wheel of Fortune model. As you can tell, some of the pegs are just falling through. It's just like you push them and they go right through the bottom. So what I've been doing to combat that is that I bought some foam paper over at Michael's a few weeks ago. Cut them out into rectangles, and I'll even show you a demonstration. Got some glue. Let me twist this open for a moment. Hold on. And, oh man, let's see, this is... Here we go. Alright. So this is what I've been doing. So let me get some glue. Yeah, anyone has I know some of those advertisements for Mighty Mend It with the late great Billy Mays. It's amazing. I mean, I'm able to do all this. Hold one phone in one hand and glue this to the other. Let's twist this off. Alright, and like I said, yeah. Wanted to show you guys a little demonstration of what I've been doing. So let's stick that to the bottom of these three pegs. Don't go too far. I don't want to make the foam blocks visible either from above the wheel. I'll show you the foam blocks I've been putting up. So I just wanted to show a nice little demonstration of what I've been doing. Some other things I thought I might show you is some gaming systems that I'm very, very proud to own. Some of these I had for years. I had a game. I have a Nintendo GameCube complete with the Game Boy player. I have a PlayStation 2 right below it. I have a PS3. I actually have two of them. It's like you're like, wow, how'd you get your hands on two PS3s? Well, I got this one last year. The old one that I had since the summer of '08 has been falling apart. Plus, it's upstairs where it's now a portable, where it's really now just functions as a Blu-ray player. And plus, my mom wanted Netflix, so I set that up for her. Very big combination of systems that I'm very, very proud to own. I have a Wii U. I have the Guitar Hero Live thing as well. Right above the Wii U, I have a Sega CDX. Really good version of the Sega CD. And that's where I've been playing a lot of Wheel of Fortune games on it. I have the Genesis 32X right on top of it. I heard there have been issues with the 32X on top of the CDX. But for me, it's working fine for now, at least. Right next to it, I have a Sega Saturn. When that came out back in 1995, $400 price tag. I bought this back in the summer of 2010 for only a tenth of the cost, only $40. Right next to it, a Sega Sports Edition Dreamcast. Now, I'm not much into sports games, but I heard this is a very, very coveted edition of the Dreamcast. So I feel pretty lucky to own one of those. I got that nearly 10 years ago, Christmas of '06, as a Christmas gift. The very next day, I went out to GameStop in hopes of getting, I was going to GameStop the very next day using some of my Christmas money, And when I was there, I saw they had 4 VMUs, clearance price. It was like $1 plus tax for each one, so I bought all 4 of them for $5. And 2 of them are in here. I actually bought this Dreamcast controller because it was at a disc replay. Because I wanted a transparent one. I don't get a lot of transparent stuff. But that's where 2 of my VMUs are. This green one, that's where the other 2 are. And there's my Sega Sports Edition controller. Summer of 03, I've had this, the Nintendo 64, since the summer of 03. I am thinking about trying to get a Nintendo 64 disk drive. I know it's not easy to get. Those can go for hundreds of dollars. And then finally, my last console is a Model 1 Sega Genesis, and I don't use it to play Sega Genesis games. Instead, I use it to play Master System games via the Power Base Converter. I do have a Master System game called Outrun. In fact, I do own a Master System controller as well. So with that, I can play any single game, every single game that was made for the Master System, with the exception of F-16 Fighting Falcon. And in order for me to play that, I need to own an actual Master System. Not that I'm really going to play it, but, you know, and on top of that, it's still a really nice piece of collectible Sega merchandise. I do own a Sega Game Gear as well, but the thing is that's dead. But other than that, I own every single Sega system. That's how big of a Sega fan that I am. The Game Gear is not my only dead system. I still have it. It's a nice little piece of Sega history. As you look over there, you can see my Nintendo Entertainment System. That too is dead. I tried to sell it to a plane trade a few years ago, and they said, no, it's just not going to happen. I just said, all right, let's just keep it. I am thinking about getting a Retro Duo to play NES games as well as Super NES games as well. But there's one more thing I really wanted to show you guys. I just got it in the mail. I have the new Wheel of Fortune game from Pressman. It's the new 4th edition. I'm not talking about the 4th edition from 1988. I heard about the new one. I was very excited that Pressman has updated their wheel ad at long last to include free play and $6.50 as a playable dollar value. This is the first time that $6.50 is a playable dollar value in a board game adaptation of Wheel of Fortune. But it's also only the second board game appearance of 3,500 after the Endless Games card game that was made back in 2008. I got that at a bookstore that year. Very, very proud to own one. Let me just set this down, by the way. Oh, man. Okay. Alright, there we go. Alright, but one more thing I want to let you guys know about. So considering I know Neil Rocks 87, he had a problem with the puzzle cards. Here's the puzzle board used in the 4th edition game. I'm going to do this on live video. I saved trying the puzzle cards out for this video. So let's bring the box over here. Now, I know about free play. The Pressman just basically updated the look of free play. According to the rules, the instructions are the same as free spin. You land on it and you get a token. And here's what the token looks like. You land on it, you get a token. Oh man, the glosses. Yeah, but here's what it looks like, basically. It's just basically a redesign of free spin. Now, the thing is, if you land on free play, you get a token according to this game's rules. You use it any time when you lose your turn, just like free spin. But the actual rules of free play, for those who don't know, you land on it, you get a free play, and you can do anything without risk. You can call a letter, you can buy a vowel, and no, buy a vowel, no. Vowels are free on free play. You choose any letter you want, consonant or vowel. You can even make an attempt at solving the puzzle. If you choose a consonant, and it's in the puzzle, you get $500 per occurrence. You can also choose a vowel at no cost, although they are not worth anything either. And, you know, of course, you can try and solve the puzzle. The nice thing is, if you choose any letter that's on the puzzle, consonant or vowel, or you make an incorrect attempt at solving, or you take too long to make a decision, you won't lose your turn. You just spin the wheel again. But if you want these perks of free play again, you have to land on it again. So anyway, let's look at the puzzle board. I know Neo-Geo has had a problem. He did a nice little board game review recently. He got the game just days before I did. So what I'm going to do, and I'm going to see if they work. I'm going to see if the puzzle cards work here. Yeah. Really got it for the spinner. And I'll tell you something interesting, guys. When I got the game back in the mail, man, I really have to rip this off. There we go. So anyway, when I got the board game in the mail, I discovered something. I have a second set of spinners. I'm not kidding. I was like, wow, I got lucky there. So I got a spare set. I assure you guys, I only bought one copy, so I got a little lucky with So I got pretty lucky with a lot of the accessories. Now let's just put this all here. I really don't. So anyway, let's check to see. I'm not even going to put the puzzle card piece in. I'm not even going to put the puzzle border in there because it's like, yeah. All right, where's the? All right, here we go. Here's the. All right. So let's see. Yeah, well, looks like where I'm having Neo-Geo is right from the looks of it. The alignment is off. Yeah, the alignment is off. You can't see the you can't see it from below. You can't see the line from below, so but I'm not done. But I do have a possible solution. I have the Disney Edition Wheel of Fortune board game from 2008. The puzzle board is a little differently, so let's do a nice little comparison side by side. It's a little, the alignment is barely off, so I'm thinking that what was supposed to be, I think the puzzle cards for the 4th edition were designed to be used on this kind of board instead of this one. So let's check and see if I'm right. Like I said, I'm not having the Disney Edition border because I just really didn't find it all that necessary. So from the looks of it, take a look here. All right. Oh yeah, I can tell right off the bat. You can barely see it below, but the lines, these blue lines line up pretty perfectly. You can certainly tell which ones are meant for letters rather than those that are not. So if there's one thing I'd like to say, it'd be this: epic win. So for those who have, there's actually two board game adaptions that I know of that use this kind of board. The 2008 Disney edition is one of them, and then you have the second deluxe edition from 2010 that has a puzzle board design as well. I'm thinking about getting my hands on a copy of the second deluxe edition, but for now this is pretty good. But yeah, you can certainly see the lines underneath. So just to let you guys know, if you have the second deluxe edition, I'm not talking about the one from 1986, I'm talking about the one from 2010. If you have this, if you have that game or the Disney edition board game, use this for, and you also have the 4th edition, of course, use this board for the 4th edition puzzles. Don't use this one, use this one. I'm pretty certain that Pressman, you know, meant that this was meant for use on this board. So, and you know what? Just to end it off, let's give this thing a good spin. Sorry about the glare, man. They really put the gloss on steroids, didn't they? Oh my goodness, $3,500. Wow. Wow, all right. Well, that was fantastic. All right. That went well. So yeah, but yeah, they really put the gloss gloss on steroids now, didn't they? But just wanted to show you. So yes, if you have, I mean, I waited till shooting this video to figure out whether or not these puzzle cards could work. So that's what I really wanted to show you. I'm glad that they do work on some board, that they do work on a board. So just wanted to show you guys all that. So with all that said, this is German Name 1990 speaking. Happy holidays, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye.